All right, Couple of Kooks.
We're here. We're doing it.
We're rolling. Did get you a gift for our first episode.
Little black box.
It's a little black box here. You can go ahead and open it up. Open that up.
Does this seem like a black book? Is this all your
It's a
history?
booby trap. It's a little tiny
Little
golden microphone. It's like our little tiny comedy careers too.
Testing? No. Dude, I love it.
So I think we can put that in front of the
She's so
Left
adorable.
Coast Brewing, right?
She's so adorable.
It's not bad. I just think it's cool. It's a little little nod.
What should we name her?
Is it a girl?
I think so.
I think it could be a they.
Could be. Should we let it decide
Let
for
the microphone.
itself?
Yeah.
Right.
We'll wait until week 52 of this podcast.
It'll speak up when it's ready, right?
Yeah, whenever it's ready to decide what kind of microphone it is, we'll just let it decide. For now, I want to say James, but that's...
You want to say James?
Yeah.
James. Jimothy?
Timothy's good.
Jimothy. I like it.
So dumb. Miss you, Jim.
Welcome to the podcast, Jimothy. You're going to be here for every episode from here on out, which, depending on how this goes, might be the only one.
No. This is going to keep going to the end of time. I have nothing else to do with my life.
There we go. That's why we're doing this.
That's exactly why we're doing this.
Yeah, just another couple of white dudes with a podcast.
Ooh, I do want to go into something really quick.
You brought more things?
No, not more things, just things I'm excited for.
We were talking earlier, we got Ohana coming up.
We do have Ohana Fest coming up.
It's going to be good.
You haven't heard
Ofana.
Ofana. See,
Yeah.
that beer is not doing me good.
Yeah, it is. You just need more of it.
I do need more of it. Yeah, Ohana Fest is coming up. If you don't know about Ohana Fest, it's a local music festival in our hometown, Dana Point.
Yep, put on by the great Eddie Vedder.
Eddie Vedder, a Pearl Jam, a legend. Yeah, the lineup came out yesterday. It's pretty sick. Killers, Haim, I don't know how to say it. I know the lead singer was in Licorice Pizza, the Paul Thomas Anderson movie.
That's a great name for a...
Great fucking movie. Did you see that movie?
I have not seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Licorice Pizza?
Frick. Yeah, Licorice Pizza. You didn't see it?
No.
You know who Paul Thomas Anderson is, though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's his latest movie. It was good. It was kind of obscure. It's like a coming of age story about this young couple that are like trying to figure out their lives. You know how Philip Seymour Hoffman was in almost all of Paul Thomas Anderson's movies, right?
Yeah.
So when he died, I think he did one or two. He did Phantom Thread with Daniel Day-Lewis. Maybe one other movie without him in it. There Will Be Blood.
Okay.
So then when this movie was being cast, he cast the lead singer from Haim, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, and Paul Thomas Anderson's son.
Okay.
Which is really cool. He's not an actor, or wasn't really an actor, and he killed the role.
Nice.
Not sure where this is going, but...
What is it on? Do you know?
I'm sure you can buy it on
theaters?
Amazon. Oh, no. It came out like 2 years ago.
Okay.
It's a great flick, though. Check it out. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for the Ohana Fest. It'll be a good time. Do we know who's drumming for Foo Fighters now?
No. My prediction, and I'm saying it right now, is Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers will be drumming for the Foo Fighters.
You think so?
I think so.
Like for this event or for...
No, just for this event. Not for the foreseeable future.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what they do about that.
I mean, Chad Smith was at Ohana last year.
He was. He's been there the last couple years.
Yeah.
He's apparently close friends with Eddie Vedder.
The Chili Peppers is touring pretty hard right now, so I don't know what their dates are for the rest of this year, but...
That's true.
I don't know. I know a lot of people are like, let him finish being a kid, but I think Taylor Hawkins' son absolutely crushed.
Yeah. Didn't John Bonham's son do that as well with Zeppelin for a little bit?
I think you're right.
But I think it was only specific events. Like he never like toured with them full time or became part of the band.
Yeah.
That'd be hard to do.
That would be. I'm excited to see who they have drum though for the foreseeable future, not just for this event.
Yeah,
Because
I mean
they are
they're
going to tour again, right? I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I think they're doing festivals right now. I think they're
Yeah.
slated for Lollapalooza.
So we'll see.
That's gonna be exciting.
What else are you excited for?
Well, just to finish up the lineup on Ohana Fest, so there's Killers first day,
Yep.
Heim, Eddie Vedder, the Chicks, which is the Dixie Chicks, I think. They just removed Dixie.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I don't know any of their music,
And
but
then Foo Fighters and the Pretenders.
yeah, Pretenders, and then Brooks Nielsen from the Growlers.
Yep.
Is going to
Rainbow
be on the
Kitten
first
Surprise.
day. Rainbow Kitten Surprise is great. Almost Lee, I love. There's a lot of small bands that are really good, and apparently there's going to be stand up. So
Really?
yeah, at a smaller little
I
tent
think they
venue.
had that last year.
They had
too,
it last
right?
year, yeah, with some talks.
Nice. Nice.
Other things I'm excited about. Let's see. Sam Morrell, if you don't know who he is, he's a New York comic who just came out with a special called Same Time Tomorrow. It's fucking amazing. You've seen it, right?
Yeah, and I just saw him in Vegas. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like last month.
He's doing his first full theater tour, which I'm stoked for him. I think he's one of the best just pure joke writers like around today.
Yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, his hour was great in Vegas. It was so good.
Did he do the crowd work thing
Yeah,
at the end?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, he did it right in the middle.
Really?
Yeah, because he did it to where the questions he asked flew right into his next bit, like a true legend does.
Oh, okay.
So he did it like right in the middle. It was good. It was great.
Yeah.
And you've seen the clip that he's posted about it. The night I was there was the night he did the. He asked the crowd what they were drinking, and the guy said Percocet.
Oh, yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah.
It's
So
on Reels now.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Every comic's
He
doing.
posted that one on a reel, but that was the show I was at. But that crowd work was like right in the middle of the set. So good.
Yeah.
Are you seeing him soon?
I saw him at Improv right before he filmed his special. And then now he's doing a date in San Diego. I forget the exact date. I should have written it down. I don't think I'm going to go. It seems like he's working at a new hour,
Yeah.
which I would love to see. I
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
That's exciting though.
But it's cool to see him doing his
tour,
first
yeah.
theater tour. I think he's super underrated. Also, the Bad Friends podcast is doing a live tour right now with Bobby, Andrew, Jetski Johnson.
Yep.
I know the other like Fancy B and the other producers are going to be there. That'll be cool. They're going to be in San Diego.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to see that one.
It's not at the La Jolla store, right? It's at like a theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, at least.
That'll be cool though. If you haven't checked that podcast out, check it out. It's my favorite podcast on earth. Andrew Santino's a genius.
On Earth. What's your favorite podcast not on Earth?
Not on Earth. I was gonna say it, and then I realized I can't say it.
All right, we're 10 minutes in at this point, maybe. I don't know. I didn't.
No, I can't say it either way. There's a space movie that was made in the 90s. I don't know if you've seen
Space
it.
Jam?
Nope.
No, I'm just kidding.
No. It's terrible. Timestamp this because they're just gonna have to take that out. But
On May 6th, I'm going to probably like the biggest comedy show I've been to as far as like venue.
Ooh.
Like I've done theaters and stuff before, which is cool. But this will be like my first time attending like an arena
for
comedy
who?
show on May 6th at the Hollywood Bowl. I'm gonna see Ricky Gervais.
Whoa.
So that'll be fun.
Lots of atheist material.
Yeah,
You get struck by lightning walking out of that show.
probably.
Have you seen a comedy
Maybe
show
during
there?
the show, it's Hollywood Bowl. It's outside, right? Outside. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen a comedy show there. This is gonna be like my first
It's good.
big comedy show.
It's
there.
got that like
Who have you seen
natural
there?
acoustic. I saw Chappelle.
Acoustics. Oh, really?
That opened Netflix as a joke. Chappelle, Donna Rawlings, Pete Davidson did like 10 minutes, which was super funny. That was right when he was in the middle of the Kanye Kim Kardashian thing.
Nice.
But yeah, that was great. That was the night before he got attacked on stage.
Oh, really?
I found a rock.
Oh, nice. Look at that. We're just collecting things.
We're collecting
here.
stuff, yeah.
It's the thrift podcast.
Did you see Ricky Gervais's last special? I'm sure on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah.
What was it called? Humanity.
Was that the most recent one, or was it Didn't he have one called Supernatural? Or was
Oh,
that
that might.
before?
Sorry.
And then this next one coming up that I'm imagining I'm going to see most of the material is called Armageddon. I think that's the one coming up.
So he's touring like a full hour.
Yeah.
I wonder if that gets exhausting.
I doubt it.
Just doing the same hour though every night.
I'm having trouble doing the same 5 minutes every
Oh,
night.
I want to kill myself. Like consistently.
Yeah.
Doing the same jokes for you, even like twice or 3 times a week, just kills me inside.
Really?
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah.
What other things do you enjoy?
Um,
Do you have sexual relations right now?
no, not with a human.
No humans, just hands,
Yeah.
fleshlights.
Yeah, no, nothing going on right now. It's living that bachelor life.
It's
Not by choice. It's just, by default.
yeah, it's a lot worse. I think the grass is always greener on the other side. That's what I will say.
Yeah. I mean, I was in like a 6.5 year relationship up until the beginning of, or like almost a year ago now is when we called it quits.
So how, did that have anything to do with you starting comedy?
Yes.
More free time?
Yeah, just because of the time factor. Not because like I didn't feel like I could do it during the relationship, but I just had so much time on my hands afterwards. And then music kind of died down for me at the same time.
Yeah.
So like I had always been a fan of stand-up and always wanted to do it. And then it just kind of worked out to where like all of my band members kept moving away from me. I don't know if it was me or them, but one of our band members from Special Blend moved to Reading in NorCal.
Yeah. Middle of
And
nowhere.
then I started another band after that because I still loved music and I just wasn't playing enough. So I started another band and was in that band for like a year. And then the drummer moved to New Mexico. And I was like, dude, this is just, I can't catch a break. So then I've been doing stuff here and there with some buddies, but that's kind of around the time where I was like, I'm going to try stand up just to say I've tried it because I've always wanted to try it and I've always been a fan. So I just hit it open mic up and I was like, I'm just going to do it just to.
It was at Knuckleheads, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for the first time you went up.
Aw.
You killed.
Aw, did I?
You crushed your first time and then you bombed your second time.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
I think
right?
that's how it always goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you acknowledging my bomb.
Yeah. No, I mean you have to.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean that first time after I did it, I was like, oh, this is it. I can suck at this for a while and be happy.
Yeah, and even sucking at it's kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what you told me actually after the first time you went up. You were like, I want to be bad at something again, which I thought was really fucking cool because being bad at things sucks. Like you were saying, like at least with a guitar, you can be bad by yourself in your bedroom.
Yeah.
With stand up, you have to be bad in front of people you don't know.
Yeah, you can't practice stand up in the bedroom. I mean, you can, but
You can't. I
you're not
mean,
gonna
we
get any
both
better.
have. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
many a times. Like
Yeah.
when I haven't mic'd and I have a show or something coming up, then I'm just like in my bathroom mirror. But it just doesn't translate on stage ever.
Yeah. No, it does not. No. I'll pace in my living room practicing my jokes, just bombing in front of my dog.
Yeah, just eating shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dog's just looking at me like, what the fuck are you
That's
doing?
when you wish that the lady from Snow White would come up.
Mirror,
And she's
mirror on
like-
the wall.
Yeah,
She just
mirror,
sounds like
mirror
she
on
would
the
just be
wall.
nothing but heckles
Shut the fuck up.
all day.
Yeah, she would be. She would be a heckler. She would just sit there and talk shit on you through the mirror.
Interrupt your bits. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah. That'd be pretty funny. There's a skit idea.
Yeah, that's very Chappelle show-ish almost. It was
Yeah.
like Chappelle and Whiteface was the mirror
Yeah,
lady.
that's right. He's thought of everything.
He has. I don't know if you want to go into the bit to skit yet.
Might as well. What a segue.
Yeah, that's not the best segue, but we're figuring this out as we go.
Well, I mentioned the word skit in my last sentence, so it's
true.
a partial segue.
This is a new bit. I was actually gonna run tonight at Knuckleheads.
You can still do that.
Oh, I'm definitely going to. I think it could be a joke, but I think it could also be a script. This is the bits to script section of the show, where we take a joke or a premise of a joke and turn it into a script or a screenplay. And then next episode, we're going to bring it back with a guest and do a table read.
Woo!
I don't know. We can cut that out if that sounds goofy, but
No, I love the goofiness.
all right. So we both know that Easter just happened, right?
Yes.
I assume. Did you drink on Easter? Did you do any? Did you go to church on Easter? That's a good question, actually. Before we go into this,
Nope, I haven't been to church in over a decade.
perfect. Neither have I. I've been to church a couple times. It always freaks me out a little bit.
Can't afford it when that bag comes around.
Just to preface this, I am not trying to insult anyone of any particular religion.
Here we go.
This is what I like to call biblical fan fiction. We're just having fun. We're just making jokes. It's all jokes.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. First.
I
And
mean,
last
Christians
episode.
aren't known for like shooting up or bombing places. Never mind.
Here we go. First and last episode,
Okay, but
folks.
no, I was thinking about this because I don't really know anything about Catholicism or Christianity. I mean, I know the basics and some parts of the Bible, but I was thinking. So there's like Holy Thursday, right? That's
yeah.
the day when they decided they were going to crucify Jesus.
Okay.
And then there's Friday when he died.
Good Friday.
Good Friday, that's when he died.
Yep.
And then there's Sunday when he is resurrected.
Right.
What happened on Saturday?
Just sheer mayhem.
Well, he's dead though. Jesus is dead.
Right.
So my question is like that gap, that 1 day gap, is what was happening with Jesus during that 1 day gap? Because now he's in heaven with his dad.
Yeah.
So I came up with a theory.
Oh, okay.
So I did a little bit more research, and it turns out Easter's actually it's a full week. There's Palm Sunday, which is when Jesus entered Jerusalem with his disciples. Disciples to me is just sort of like a synonym for his boys.
Yeah, for the crew.
Yeah, Jesus shows up with his boys.
Yeah.
And he's turning water into wine, and he's doing all sorts of crazy shit. They start partying. Things get real out of hand real quick. And this is according to biblical experts. The second Jesus got into Jerusalem, the Romans weren't having it. They didn't like this guy, just right off the bat.
Okay, this is a skit. No,
Well-
I'm just kidding.
It's not a skit. It's just like I'm curious of what happened
Yeah.
on the Saturday in between Good Friday and Easter.
Yeah. Some shady shit for sure.
Yeah, so you have Palm Sunday when he comes into Jerusalem, and then there's like a whole week, and then the Last Supper's on Thursday. It's the last meal, and he's only been eating bread and wine, drinking wine. for this whole-
Sounds like my diet today. Just
Yeah.
with beer, coffee added.
And Jesus didn't look exactly like you, but he looked.
We don't know
something like
that.
you. He could have looked like you.
We don't know that. Yeah.
Darker skin complexion.
Dim the lights. No, I'm just kidding.
He was ripped. He was ripped though, which is weird.
Yeah, he's got me there.
Yeah, bread and wine doesn't make you ripped though.
Yeah, well, miracles, bro.
Exactly. So he starts performing all these miracles in Jerusalem. What kind of miracles do you think he was performing?
I mean, there's like the classics, right? The water walking,
Yeah, the classics.
the classics.
It's like Jim Gaffigan, Hot Pocket, Burt
Yeah.
Kreischer, The Machine, Jesus, and
He was just
the
like
Burning
he was
Bush.
just like a modern day
Moses.
street musician, magician,
Magician.
modern day street magician.
Magician.
It's a fun word to say.
Okay, so I almost want to just restart that whole segment.
No, keep it going. It's gold.
Okay, so he has this Last Supper, and he has this last meal with his disciples, and I guess this is when Judas betrayed him. I don't know if you know this, but so his
We're
disciples are basically his boys, and I think
We're
there's a
learning
couple
together.
girls. Yeah, we're learning together. Judas betrays him. A couple of his disciples bail out because the Romans are after them. They're not stoked with this guy at all.
Okay.
Good Friday, they are like, yo, we're going to crucify you. He's crucified, nailed to the cross. He dies. Okay. So now he goes up to heaven. And I think what happened is that, have you ever had a Good Friday, like a really Good Friday? Like you rip one off on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think Good Friday was. So when Jesus got up to heaven, he's not just turning water into wine anymore. He's turning sand into like cocaine and ketamine, and he's throwing a fucking rager in heaven.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going off the walls.
Okay.
And he wakes up on Saturday, and his dad is fucking pissed. His dad is like, dude, You've been partying down on earth, turning water into wine. You're not going to come up into heaven and just start turning whatever you want into whatever you want, having all these crazy parties. And so him and his dad argued all day Saturday. And Jesus like, please, I just want to hang out. I just want to have a good time. And his dad's like, you're not going to have a good time. And the punishment for Jesus was coming back to earth. That's why his dad sent him back.
Okay.
Is because he's partying too hard in heaven. So then he comes back down. And, you know, there's like the classic images of Jesus walking out of the tomb on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not coming back to life. He's just hungover. He's dehydrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounds about right. It's probably more realistic than what these little, what we've been told.
That's what I was thinking. Like, he rolls into town with his disciples.
Comes in with the boys.
He's like the guy at the party. Like, he just took over the entire party of Rome.
Yeah, just like
he's turning all the mead into wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Just like someone partying before the night they have to go in for like a jail sentence.
Yeah, you know the guy at parties too that just only speaks in like riddles and like rhymes and like metaphors.
Yeah.
That was Jesus.
Okay.
Just
a partying poet.
Just a partying poet. And yeah, so I think we should just write this into a script.
I'm all about it.
I don't know if we need to start on Palm Sunday. It could start at the Last Supper. I'm also thinking Jesus could be like a. Can we do accents on this show?
I don't know. You tell me, dude. Do it.
It's gonna be real bad. I'm not good at accents.
That's even better.
This is gonna be nondescript Middle Eastern Jesus.
Oof, this could be good.
And just like, bro.
Keep going.
Okay, so John picks Jesus up in his Uber.
Okay. How does that conversation go?
You know, Jesus can perform miracles, so he sort of just summons a guy on a horse. This is pre-cars. So.
Wait, so John picks Jesus up, or Jesus picks John up?
I assume one of the disciples picks Jesus up.
All right. Do you think he like pulls up like an Uber and is like, "Are you Jesus?"
Probably, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to confirm the ride. And you're also picking up the Son of God.
Does he sit back right, or does he sit shotgun or right behind the driver?
No, he sits right on the back of the horse with his hands around Joseph. There's only one spot to sit in.
Okay.
You know, because they're riding a horse.
Yeah.
It's also the same time that Jesus figured out his sexuality was a little shaky. Well, you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love one, love all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He loved everybody. And I think that was the problem. So the day that they decided to crucify Jesus, there was an off day. It's called Holy Wednesday. And scholars don't know what happened this day. They just assume that Jesus took a rest day. I think he went to the sauna. And most likely one of the Romans blew him and woke up very regretful.
You think so?
A male Roman, yes, a guard.
A sauna.
In the sauna.
Do you think they had an ice bath too?
Probably.
A little polar plunge?
He's turning water into wine.
So what, like a wine plunge? Like a rosé?
That's a good question. Did they have ice back then? No.
Wow.
No ice, right?
Wow.
They had mead and wine.
Yeah, no ice.
No
I mean,
ice.
I guess in like Greenland, whatever that was back then.
Yeah, you mean like anything with snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, places with snow for sure probably had
ice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine. Do you think was beer invented back then?
I think it was mead mostly. Have you had mead before?
I have not. No.
You need to try it.
Oh my god.
That was a soft toss. Come on, I'm not gonna not swing at that. I have to try it.
I know I underhanded that one to you.
No, mead. My roommate's dad actually makes mead.
Really?
Yeah. He's a 72-year-old man out in the middle of Arizona. You have nothing.
So
to do
is
but
that
make
similar
mead.
to beer then?
Love you, Mr. DeVore, by the way.
Plug.
Yeah. No, mead is made of I think honey and yeast.
Oh, that sounds good.
Honey, yeast, yeah, and water and stuff. Just other
Like
ingredients.
a honey blonde.
Yeah, kind of. It's not as good as Left Coast Brewery, Tressel's IPA.
Tell them a Couple of Kooks sent you. $1 off your first pint.
Look at that. Seamless plug.
Couple of Kooks is brought to you by Left Coast. All right, let me try that again. No, I had something I wanted to say and then I didn't say it. Beer.
I love Left Coast. Fuck. Left Coast.
Couple of Kooks is brought to you by beer. What beer? Left Coast. Eddie, what do you think?
I do love beer. All types. What is this?
Beer. What beer?
IPA, Tressel's.
Make sure to go down to their San Clemente tasting room. Let them know a Couple of Kooks sent you for $1 off your first pint. Bear it up. Gorgeous.
We can only do so many takes of that. I'm going to be incoherent for this. A Couple of Kooks is also brought to you by OC Turf Cleaners. OC Turf Cleaners is a professional pet deodorization and sanitation company for your AstroTurf or artificial grass. If you do have artificial grass in your backyard or your front yard, you got kids running around, you got dogs going to the bathroom, when that summer sun comes out and starts beating down on the grass, it's going to smell like what, Tanner?
Dookie.
Like dookie, that's right. Like dookie and like pet urine and like kids' sweat, and that is gross. If you go to octurfcleaners.com right now or hit them up through their Instagram at octurfcleaners, you can get 20% off your first service. That's 20% off your first service. It's a great value. Get ready for summer. Get ready for that sun. Get your AstroTurf looking clean, fresh, and new.
Do it today. Yeah. I've been wanting to ask you this because you kind of sort of asked me earlier and I told you my story, but what got you to try stand up for the first time?
I'd want to try. I've wanted to do stand up for a long time. Pre-COVID, I was working for an architect, just sitting in an office, like writing screenplays and scripts and stuff.
A screenplay for an architect?
No, like I was working for an architect, but the whole time I was working for him, I was just like constantly working.
Oh, gotcha.
On my own
I was
shit.
so confused for a second.
Yeah, no, that would be fine. Screenwriters are kind of architects of stories, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But no, so I wanted to try it for a while, and I just kept getting bugged out and scared about going on stage. I still get really bad stage fright. I don't know about you.
Really?
Yeah, I get super nervous.
I don't have that at all anymore. I mean, I had it a
you
little
were a
bit.
musician though, so you're used to being on
Yeah,
stage
I've had
in
it.
front
I
of
had
people.
a little bit of stage fright before I went on at the store, because that was a little different. But yeah, I've been on.
We have to talk about that right after this.
I've been on the stage all across the country for the last 13 years, 14 years.
Yeah, that'll beat the stage fright right out of you.
Yeah. I was on the stage like at age 17.
Yeah, see,
and I was playing House of Blues by age 19.
Yeah, I've just never. I'm comfortable speaking in front of people. I just think I self-analyze so much that I just get really nervous about messing up or bombing. That's why bombs are so hard for me, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so I was working for this architect, and then I left right before COVID started and tried to do my own thing for a little bit, trading stock options. Mm-hmm. It's a fucking stupid idea. Yeah, I lost a bunch of money, pretty much all my money, and then I got my current job in hotels. And then these 2 weddings that I officiated were coming up, and I sort of thought, these are my best friends. I need to be comfortable with the microphone and speaking in front of people I don't know.
Okay.
This is the perfect thing to kind of push me over the edge. So I started signing up for the La Jolla Comedy Store open mic, the potluck, on Tuesday nights. The first 2 weeks didn't get drawn, and it was a weird relief where I was almost like happy I wasn't getting picked.
Yeah.
And then finally got drawn, drove down there, went up, bombed, ate shit my first time. And that was kind of it. For me, you know my material, like a lot of it's self-expression, some of it's just super edgy.
Yeah.
But I felt like because my screenwriting wasn't getting anywhere, this was the next best avenue to getting my workout in one way or another.
Makes sense. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you bombed your first mic?
Yeah, it did not go well.
Really? It's kind of a like a I don't know about the La Jolla store, but like at the LA store, like there's no courtesy laughs, which I think is good.
La Jolla was a little different. Were you in the OR or the main room for pop punk?
Belly room.
Oh, the belly room. Which is a small room. Is probably mostly comics, huh?
No, there was a good maybe 70 people there, non-comics.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
like the whole room.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have been so fucking nervous. Like La Jolla's store was different because I'd never seen it on videos or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just one room, small bar,
Yeah.
tight knit. Like the doormen are like they're friendly. They're not like intimidating. Like I feel at the Comedy Store in LA, it's almost even the doorwomen are intimidating.
Yeah, it was definitely a little bit of that. But
you
I
see
think
anyone-
that makes it feel more real in a way. Like it
Yeah.
almost felt more right. Like I think I would have been thrown off if they were overly friendly.
Did you run into anyone famous?
Yeah. Yeah, Joel McHale was there.
Sick.
Jesse Johnson was there.
Well, she's still working there, right? Or she might be done now, but
She was just bouncing from room to room the night that I was there.
living the dream.
Yeah. But yeah, there was definitely some people there for sure. What's his name? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. He's been on like Kill Tonya a lot recently. He's from Canada, and has
Whoa.
cerebral palsy. Can't speak, so he puts the microphone
Oh,
on.
okay, yeah, I've seen clips of him.
His Andrew. I can't remember his last name,
I was
but
gonna say William Montgomery.
but Andrew was there. He crushed. Super cool to see him live. But yeah, no, it was a really cool experience just being a part of it and being up there. But so I signed up because one of my friends told me to sign up for it. And I kind of thought the same as you. Like I wasn't gonna get picked for a while, is what I thought. Because my buddy told me about it, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been signing up for like a good maybe 2 months straight now, and I haven't gotten picked."
Yeah, it's a couple hundred names each drawing, right?
So then my thought was, okay, well I should start signing up now so that maybe like they see my name in the queue and like they start seeing that I sign up every week
Yeah.
and that I take it seriously. So hopefully in a few months I'll get picked. That was my mental thoughts, me thinking with myself. So I signed up. The first time I signed up, I got picked. They called me on my bluff. I'm like, damn it, I don't even have a ride to LA because my car was still in the shop.
Yeah.
So like I had to figure it all out. They called me on my bluff. I thought I wasn't gonna get picked for a few months.
So when you were texting me like, I got to figure out how to get up there. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, you got to figure out.
Yeah.
You could have walked.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You leave on a
$112 Uber.
Monday night. $112. That's almost worth it.
One way.
Okay. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Belly Room's sick though. Have you seen the Chappelle special that's filmed in there? Bird Revelation.
I had to have. I've seen like all of his stuff, but I don't know why that's not ringing a bell.
It's the one where he talks about Charlie Rose.
Okay,
Who's
yeah.
fucking next? Captain Kangaroo?
Yeah. I've seen that then.
And the whole last part of the special is like a giant analogy on the industry. He uses like a pimp
Oh.
and like a sex worker as the analogy between like talent and agents.
Okay, yeah. I vaguely remember that. I need to rewatch that.
It's a really good. It's darker. It's not as funny. It's not as like punchy. It's not
Yeah.
typical like joke after joke after joke. But it's one of my favorite specials ever. It's really good. I think he did like 2.5 hours or something, and then they edited it down to like an hour and 15
Really?
in the belly room.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, small room, intimate.
Yeah. Yeah, very intimate. I was surprised how close the crowd is to the stage.
It's like right there.
Yeah. I could have like reached down and like slapped a bitch if I
Yeah,
wanted
it's
to.
close.
I wasn't going to, but I could have.
It's closer than like Rec Room.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it's way bigger. Or way smaller.
Yeah. It would be like if people were sitting at those tables in the front where they usually put the buckets.
Mm-hmm.
Like if people were sitting at that table
Right there.
watching you, that's how it was like at the store in the belly room.
It's kind of cool though. It's such like a historic venue. when you are walking around in there and you look at
Oh
all the
yeah.
photos of everybody. And it's so like they have every generation of comic in there
Yep.
possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It was cool. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, I got to start signing up.
And then once you get picked, you're not allowed to sign up for the next 8 weeks. That's how it
Oh shit.
works.
I really do wonder how many signups they get.
I'm sure a great deal. I mean, for you to not be able to sign up for the next 8 weeks after you get picked, they've got to have just a lot of people just trying to get some stage time there.
How many people are on the lineup? 16?
Um,
It's 3 minutes, right?
well, I mean, as far as people that get picked, I think it's only 10. But then throughout the night, there's the pop-ins and there's the late night show. So like
Okay.
on the actual show, there was at least, I mean, throughout the entire night in that room, 20 to 30 comics.
Yeah.
But
just
as far
cycling in
as
and out.
the potluck portion, I think there was only about 10 comics that got picked, and then the orders randomized, and then there's pop-ins and stuff like that. Which I think the pop-ins and all that kind of stuff is the reason why there's such a good crowd in that room.
Yeah,
for an
would it
open
be
mic.
like headliner pop-ins?
Yeah,
So like a Santino or someone like that might pop in.
yeah,
to the open mic.
absolutely.
That's wild.
Absolutely.
And they do 3 minutes or 5 minutes or
Well, the pop-ins usually get longer, but I mean, I had 3. Most of us had 3.
yeah, that's La Jolla's 3 minutes too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. It was just like good energy. Just it was cool to be there. Just be a part of it.
Yeah. No, it's just a cool building to be inside of. I remember the first time I went, I ran into Jim Gaffigan at the bar. Not like ran into him as in I saw him and I was like, "Hey, what's up?"
You
I
bumped into him?
literally bumped. I turned around and bumped into him and looked up because he's kind of tall, big dude.
Yeah,
And I looked at him and I was like, "Holy fucking shit, this is Jim Gaffigan."
yeah. And he just told you like a burger joke and like moved on.
Yeah, he was like, "Hot pockets," and then I just left. No, but it's cool. Like for someone like us that's like kind of newer to the scene, at least in doing like actually doing stand up, to be able to go to a place like there's nothing like that in acting.
Yeah,
You
that's
could go
true.
to a movie theater and like watch your favorite movie and then run into that guy.
Yeah,
Like you go and watch like Revenant or something, and then Leonardo DiCaprio happens to be there. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
never gonna happen
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you. But at the Comedy Store,
yep.
that can actually happen.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I saw Rogan that night. My first night there, I saw Rogan, D'Elia, Ron.
So that was a
White.
while ago, right?
It was
Then
pre-COVID. I think it was 2018. Yeah, I went to the original room. What do they call it? 16 headliners or something. It's just banger after banger
Yeah.
after banger. They each do like 7 minutes. Whitney Cummings, Ron White, Joe Rogan, Chris D'Elia. I forget who else, but just so many like comics I've seen on television and have been a fan of, all just back to back to back to back.
That's
to back.
so sick.
It's the sickest.
So heavy.
Yeah,
So heavy. I just saw David Lucas recently at the Irvine Improv.
that's right.
He was super good.
That's something we should also be excited about is David Lucas touring.
Yeah.
He's doing clubs.
Yep.
Good
He
for
sold
him.
out on a Wednesday at the Irvine
that's
Improv.
sick. That's
It
real
was
traction.
awesome. It was cool. His hour was really strong, really good. Some of the bits I've seen on Kill Tony, but you've seen him work it out a little longer than 60
Yeah.
seconds. And then to end the show, he brought 12 guests or 12 like people from the crowd up on stage and just roasted the shit out of
Savage.
them. It was great.
What were the people that like volunteered themselves?
What were they like?
Yeah, were they like the typical like volunteer? I feel like a lot of times it's the goofy people.
Yeah, there was definitely a couple like regular looking guys up there and stuff, but
What do you mean? What do you mean by regular looking? Let's get into that.
you know, like what
Like
do you
not disabled.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, just like someone that you like, you know, you could have like a 30-minute conversation with and forget
okay.
them 2 minutes later after
Yeah.
you've ended that conversation. Those kind of people. There was
Okay.
definitely some of those. There was definitely some really extravagant looking people
Yeah,
that went up
eccentric.
there.
Yeah.
Like crazy mustaches, weird hairdos. Yeah, it was really funny. And then the crowd was mad, not mad, but they were just like, "What the heck?" Because all 12 people up there originally were dudes. And they're like, "Why isn't any girls up there?" And David Lucas is like, "None of you guys signed up." So then like he's like, "Let's get a girl up here," and she went up there and David Lucas just did not hold back.
Just
Like he went on her
eviscerated
harder
her.
than anyone, and they left immediately after.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was rad.
I don't really get that. If you go to a comedy show and you go up on stage, you're opening yourself up to criticism.
Yeah. I just don't think she was ready for him to go that hard. Like he didn't go that hard on anybody else.
Like how hard? Don't out his bits, but like
Well, I don't. Well, I mean, it's not bits because it was like just a one-time roaster.
was it like a this?
No, I'll tell you off air because it was pretty savage. And if he does reuse it again, I don't want to give it away. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he just holds
Can I
on to
guess?
this. Yeah,
Was it about her lady bits?
yeah. One of them was. Yeah,
One of them.
yeah.
What about like a gravitational pull?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That and laid in on.
Was she more likely to be sucked down into the ground, or less likely?
I don't know what that means. She had a tummy a little bit. If that's
Oh,
what you're
okay.
asking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
Not
but he
explicitly.
laid
I
into
don't wanna- I
that.
don't wanna
He laid
make
into that
anyone
too.
angry.
I'll give you the deets after because it was savage, but it was pretty funny. But yeah, no, he was great. It's awesome to see him touring and killing it and selling out.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I can't imagine going from Kill Tony money, which is nothing, I would assume, to selling out like an Irvine Improv.
On a Wednesday,
Yeah.
not even a weekend slot.
How much did you pay for your ticket?
$25, $20? Can't remember.
I don't know, but I think at Improv they make most of the door. So you do the math on that. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
4 times 20,
Yeah,
like minimum.
and then there's the booth seating, which are like more expensive.
Yeah, you're leaving with like really solid money.
Yeah, absolutely. It was rad. The openers were good. I don't remember their names, unfortunately, but they were good. They were fun. Yeah. You seen anybody recently that you've been stoked about?
Shane Gillis,
Legend.
legend, hilarious. He was doing kind of a mix of his old hour because it was after his Netflix special came out.
Okay.
It was a mix of his old hour and his new hour. And then ironically found out that I have a joke very similar to one of his jokes, but I'm not letting go of it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
It's different, but we talk about the same show. You've heard it, the Love on the Spectrum joke
yeah.
about autistic people and the
Yeah, yeah.
dating show. Yeah, it was weird hearing it live because I'm like, ah, shit.
Well, that just means you know that you've got a good idea.
Yeah, I guess. It is very. I mean, it's kind of a similar premise in that show is making fun of people,
Yeah, yeah,
and Netflix is making a ton of money on it.
yeah. They're good at that.
Yeah, there's a new one called Love Is Blind.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not. Love is not blind.
Is it just a bunch of blind people?
It's usually one blind person and one
Seeing,
not blind person.
seeing,
Yeah, seeing
seeing
person.
eye person?
Seeing eye person.
Yeah.
Is that the politically correct term?
Sure. I don't know. What do you call us? People that can see? See people?
Yeah, not blind.
Yeah.
I just feel like being blind is a very niche market.
Very niche market. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
A market. That's funny. That's funny. Just calling blind people a market. It's a very niche market.
Well, yeah, it should really have something to do with their ears because they can't see anything. That's so
God.
dumb.
We're killing it, guys. We're killing it.
We're working this out. This is the open mic of podcasting.
Yep. Episode 1.
Aren't you so stoked you get to see it? Can you pass me a beer, by the way?
Yeah.
Just so I can derail my life.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
longer.
Five Coast. Couple of Kooks at ya. Didn't even say that into the mic. Left Coast,
That's
where the
great
beers are
audio, huh?
shaken. No, I'm just kidding. It's good beer. It's probably
Yeah, no, go
my
to their tap
transport.
room.
Yeah.
Go to Trestles as well. Everyone should paddle out at Lowers.
Yeah, just get heckled
That no, that's
by the
yeah,
locals.
that is the place. If you're gonna learn how to surf, that's the place you want to go. Is Lowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, go rent a wave storm from Killer Dana.
Yep.
Drive down to Trestles. Take the 13-mile walk.
Yeah. No, better yet, get yourself an e-bike.
That's right.
We'll really love that.
And how do you ride e-bikes? Dangerously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any other way to do that?
Butt naked and dangerously.
Oh, okay. That's the way to do it.
It's a combination.
I mean, there was a nude beach down there.
It's like when Jesus orders his Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next time we're gonna get an e-bike. You can go in the front. I'll sit behind you.
Okay.
Butt naked.
No, I want you on the handlebars.
Ooh, that's good.
Just
That's
so it's
good.
like, I'll hit 60 and it'll just be flapping in the wind.
Yeah, I was thinking more of a nuts to butts situation, but we can flip it.
Yeah, we gotta show it off, dude.
Yeah, yeah, that would be hilarious.
Just put the headlight right under when you're sitting on the handlebars.
It just is my ball sack.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Like
the
it's
light
like
kind of shines out.
like it's telling ghost stories.
Speaking of ghost stories, do you have any good ghost stories?
Not really. I had some that I thought were some when I was a kid, but you grow up and
You just realized it was
Yeah.
something else.
yeah. I mean, I had this friend that lived in Fullerton when I was really young. I used to go play at his house. His parents were filthy rich, which is why I was his friend. Go play with his toys. Zachary, thanks, buddy. No, but he had like this huge house, and like to the point to where they had like an entire playroom. Like they had their own bedrooms, and then there was like this long hallway that was just like this huge room that was just for like all of their like toys and video games and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. And then like it had its own bathroom back there and like a little kitchenette. Like this place was rad. Not that we knew how to do anything with the kitchenette, but it had it. But no, there was like this long hallway from like the rest of their house to that room, and the hallway had like doors that went to the outside like front courtyard. But in all the years that I spent playing there, those doors had never been opened. Like they just kept them locked, kept them closed or whatever. And one night while we were hanging out by ourselves when the parents were out, those doors busted open and a ton of like wind and leaves came inside of like that place, and then they slammed shut. So it was probably the wind, but like also those doors had never been opened or unlocked. So we were like, ghosts. But I don't know, it's probably just the wind now that I'm older. I mean, that was like...
Was there a storm?
That was like 6 months ago. No, I'm just kidding.
It was last night. I have one ghost story from my room that I currently live in. There's like, so I have the master bedroom in our house.
Yeah, you do.
You've been to my house, right?
No,
Oh, you
just
haven't been
outside.
inside. You
Just
haven't been
outside, yeah.
So I live in like the attic, and inside my room,
The master bedroom's in the attic?
it's like an attic. It looks like an attic from the outside, but it's a full bedroom. I have like a real ceiling and stuff. But then I have a walk-in closet, and inside the walk-in closet, there's like a little Harry Potter door, and inside that door, there's like a real attic space, like a true attic space. And there's an old like wood planked thing that it's just big enough for a single bed. Like it's the perfect size for a single bed, and there's like shackles on the side of it. And we still haven't figured out exactly what it's for. But basically, when I first moved in, I was like, "That's creepy as fuck." It looks like where you would hide somebody.
Okay.
For sure. Like if I was gonna hide anybody, that's where I'd put them, and probably attach chains and.
You heard it here, guys. If anyone goes missing, they're in Eddie's attic.
No, so like three months after we moved in, I got super high downstairs with my roommates. We made homemade edibles. Take this with a grain of salt because this was the same night I got so high I learned Spanish.
Okay.
I didn't actually learn Spanish. I thought I had
Rosetta
learned.
Stone.
No, I thought I had. Yeah, that's good. Rosetta Stone. I got so stoned, I thought I had learned Spanish. Like I was sitting in my head, I was like, I know Spanish.
Dude.
And luckily, one of my roommates actually knew Spanish, and he's like, "You have no idea what you're talking about." I was
Yeah.
just speaking complete nonsense.
I love that.
And then I fell asleep on the couch, and I started walking upstairs, and I never get this feeling, but I had this like, I felt a presence following me up the stairs.
Okay.
And then I went into my room and I was like, this is weird. I've never felt like this, whatever. And I laid down in bed and the lights are off. And then I felt like this white, like demon type thing coming out of the corner of my room. And right as it came out of the corner of my room, a shampoo bottle fell into my bathtub. And I freaked out. I fully panicked.
What kind of shampoo was it?
Uh,
L'Oreal Kids?
Nope. Keep shooting. How many shampoos can you name?
What is it, Pantene?
I think it was Dove.
Kirkland?
It was Dove.
Dove?
It was definitely not Kirkland.
It just took flight.
It did, but it fell into my tub.
Like when a mom kicks the baby dove out of the nest too early?
Kinda, and that's what I think that ghost was trying to tell me is your hair's dirty. Wash that shit.
Oh, even the ghost was like, this guy's BO is just...
He's disgusting.
Too much, dude. If he doesn't do something about this,
I don't
move out.
wash my hair. That's probably why I have staph on my face now.
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
But Left Coast Trestles IPA fix staph infections. Try some today.
Ghost stories. This podcast is crazy.
We haven't.
What was I gonna say?
If there was someone you could pick that had a real ghost interaction, I'm trying to think of a real person that we both know. Because my ex-girlfriend, not my ex-girlfriend, was very ghosty and spiritual. Have you ever dated someone like that?
Yeah, my ex was very spiritual.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Fantastic. We
Yeah,
broke up a year ago, but I did manage to keep it together for 6 years, or 5. Let's be honest. The last year was, courtesy year.
Courtesy.
Yeah, we just it kind of like ended before it ended. I think living together makes it hard to like.
Okay, you were living together.
Yeah.
That's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, we had lived together for 4 of the 6 years we were together.
So the last year was just
roommates.
No sexy time.
Just roommates. Oh no, there was still a little bit.
Yeah.
It was significantly less than the 5 years prior to that, but like we took like a vacation, like maybe 4-5 months before she moved out in Joshua Tree, and that was the last time we did it.
And then it just completely fizzled out.
Yeah, it just like we talked about it, and then she was looking for places while we were still together. I mean, we're still cool. I mean, I still talk to her.
It's just the relationship thing was just no more.
Yeah,
There's no way it's gonna work.
Yeah, but she was spiritual for sure. All the crystals and all that kind of stuff. We're like the old like Christians and stuff from Jerusalem. Were those the people that like hated the witches and stuff like that, or did that come up later?
I'm sure they did. They hated Jesus.
Yeah.
And he was a witch that could,
Did they hate Jesus though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were not, according to what I understand.
It's so weird that like Easter is such a witchy holiday.
Yeah, you know what's annoying? Because
it's like the first full moon after the spring equinox is how they decide when.
Yeah, which is almost a mix of like...
That's so witchy.
That's like astrology mixing with... Well, all those religions are kind of mixed together, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think Christmas was originally a pagan holiday.
Okay.
Because it's close enough to the winter solstice. And then they changed it to Jesus' birthday to get the Christians on board and to kind of like silence the pagans.
Yeah.
It's super interesting.
But yeah, everything's so witchy.
It's
Even
very
though they
witchy.
hated witchy people back then.
You know, it's frustrating. I work at a luxury hotel. I can't say the name of the hotel because I could get fired for obvious reasons. But some of the guests at the Montage Laguna Beach. I don't work at the Montage. It's a great hotel though. But I do work at a luxury hotel, and we can't say Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
You have to say Happy Holidays. But for Easter, there's no issue.
Okay.
But objectively, Easter seems more religious to me.
I've had jobs like that too, where they make you say Happy Holidays, and the thing that cracks me up is the patrons that get super mad at
Yeah.
you for not saying Merry Christmas.
They get fucking
I'm like,
heated.
oh, you must be so fun.
Yeah.
You must be so fun to hang
Yeah.
out with. But yeah.
That's a Karen with a Christmas tree stuck up her ass.
Yeah.
Like fully.
But they're usually dudes. At least in my experience. What's a dude Karen's name? Stuart?
Oh, it's a thing online right now.
Oh,
I've
is
seen
it?
Yeah. What would it be though if you had to choose? I want to say Jim again. I think I'm held up on Jim and Jimmy with
Jimothy?
with the little Jimothy, yeah, with the little microphone.
Yeah.
Jimothy Chalamet.
That's like one of my favorite scenes in The Office when Michael's trying to be all like straight with Jim. He's all trying to be all professional. He goes, Jim, James, Jimothy. Nah, it sounds weird. Can I call you Jim? And then he's like, yeah. But anyways, that's where the Jimothy comes from. I think it's so funny.
It's a great show.
It's a good show.
Highly underrated. Or it's not even underrated. It's
No, it's one of the like
correctly
yeah.
rated.
It's one of like the largest stream shows
Ever.
I think like ever, especially since the Rona. Yeah, it's
Sorry,
a good.
I
The
derailed you.
Superfan episodes. That was like the most genius thing they've ever done. I think to get people to rewatch it. Have you seen any of the Superfan episodes?
No.
Do you even know what the Superfan episodes
No.
are? Okay, so genius to get people to rewatch it. So, you know that it moved from Netflix over to Peacock, right?
Yeah.
So when it moved over to the Peacock, what they did is they started doing Superfan episodes. So they re-edit all the episodes and put in a ton of deleted scenes. Because like back when The Office originally aired, they had to fit it in the 30-minute airtime window because of commercials and stuff. Because there was no streaming platform. So each episode could only be
It's like
25 minutes,
it's like
23 to
minutes or
25
something.
minutes long. So now that that's no longer a limitation, there's a ton of deleted scenes that they had to take out to fit that time frame
That's a
that they
cool
put
idea.
back in. So like each episode now is like 35 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Like the editors for The Office back when it was airing on TV had to had like the hardest job deciding what scenes to take out because some of these deleted scenes I'm like, how could you have taken that out? Like it's just so good. So I do not envy those editors back in the day.
No, it's got to be hard to cut like 40 minutes of gold or like 30
Yeah.
minutes of gold down to 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, even with jokes, like it's so hard to go from 5 minutes to 3 minutes because you don't want to take anything
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Like I've practiced like in case they ever like go try to do a Kill Tony, like taking a bit and making it 60 seconds. It's brutal, dude.
Yeah, I can't do a minute.
It's brutal, but
I have like 2 jokes that are a minute. But
yeah. I think I can get the divorced parents joke down to a minute if I try hard enough.
you for sure could. The dad is tour guide too. I think you could do as a minute.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Michael Scott is probably one of the greatest characters of all time.
So good.
Incredible.
So good.
And he's carried that through like multiple shows and movies too, where he plays like a similar guy,
Yeah.
but like different. Have you seen The Big Short?
I don't
It's
think I
Christian
have.
Bale, Brad Pitt. It's about the financial crisis, 2008.
Oh,
but
no, I don't
Steve
think so.
Carell basically plays like a very similar character to The Office, but extremely, actually, really smart. Instead of dumb.
nice.
But it's a Michael Scott mirror.
Yeah.
Which is super interesting.
I saw an interview with Steve when he was talking about playing Michael Scott and then like doing like the movies afterwards, like 40-Year-Old Virgin and all the early ones. Like he talked about how hard it was to go from The Office to those kind of movies because he had such a habit of looking at the camera.
Oh,
and
weird.
And then that's like obviously not something you do in a regular movie.
Yeah.
So like there were so many like takes where he had to keep doing it over because he kept staring at the camera because the camera in The Office is such a character.
It is. That's the whole. Was that the first show that was done like that?
I don't think it was the
whole
first
concept of it.
mockumentary. No, I don't think so.
Because then right after that, they did Parks and Rec.
Yeah. Well,
Which is
obviously
similar producers, I
The
think.
original Office would be the first one
that's
to
right,
do it,
that's
the one in
right,
the
that's
UK.
right.
But there's
With
probably
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah. Yep. Are you gonna go clean some pet carpets after this?
Not cleaning pet carpets.
No.
Cleaning women's carpets.
He's single, ladies.
I am single.
Yeah.
I'm
Ready
single.
to mingle.
Not ready to mingle, dude.
No, not ready. Too
Over it.
soon.
Yeah, I gotta get some.
Over
boards.
it. You're over it.
I'm over it.
Over the ovaries.
Over the ovaries.
Yeah.
Going back to dicks. You heard it here first.
Okay.
Months.
Oh, wow.
It's such a joke.
No, it's not. That's a long time.
No, it's not. We weren't even together for 3 months. Like, I met her at a show 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, around. You were there, I think. You were. I think it might have been the first time you went up at a show.
Really?
That first Mistress K show.
Oh, okay. The one where I did a pop in, or the one where I was actually on the bill?
I think it's the one that you did a pop in.
Okay.
A pop in, a drop in.
Yeah. Pop in sounds way much more fun.
Yeah.
Like Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poppers.
Poppers.
You know what poppers are?
Jalapeno poppers?
No.
Is it you talking about the little kitty firework?
Nope.
Oh, do tell.
It's a gay male enhancement drug.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like,
Gay men
do you
do
find it at like the 7-Eleven, like next
yeah,
to the
you can
register?
get them at 7-Eleven, Walmart, CVS.
Next to, like the Blue Rhinos or whatever?
Yeah. Actually, Apple is starting to sell them right now.
Apple?
Mm-hmm.
Is selling dick enhancements?
Mm-hmm. No, it's not dick it's butthole enhancement.
Oh, Apple?
It's butthole expansion, to be exact.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to be starting just Apple? Like the people that
Yeah,
make the
like
phones?
the phone,
So
the
they're gonna
laptop.
they're going to start tracking people's bowel movements?
Yeah, they're going to have phones, laptops, desktops, cars, and asshole expanders.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all sort of wrapped into the same marketing scheme that Steve Jobs came up with in
Yeah.
the 1990s.
Wow.
Genius.
Yeah.
Beat his kids, but a
The-
genius.
Bite out of the apple means a whole new thing to me now.
Bite out of the asshole.
Yeah.
Should we just go on a pun run? Should we see how many puns we can do?
A pun run for
run.
the kids.
These are good beers, by the way. I'm not lying. They're really good.
Left Coast, Couple of Kooks sent you.
I do enjoy them, yeah. Go to the Left Coast Brewery in San Clemente. Go to their tasting room. Tell them a Couple of Kooks sent you. Get $1 off your first pint.
Yeah.
What a fucking deal, huh?
What a deal.
What a
What
deal.
a deal. What a sponsor.
Do you get hungover from IPAs?
I don't think so. I mean,
God bless you.
I don't think I ever usually drink.
Do you ever get hungover? Because we've drank quite a few times together.
Yeah, I mean, the morning after my 30th was a rough one.
Yeah, I brought you up on stage and made you take a shot. I felt bad about that after.
No, that
Because you
that's
got
what that night was
wasted and
for.
bombed your set, but
I mean, you only turned 30 3 times, right? Yeah, no, that set was a lot. The last set of the night, that was brutal.
yeah.
That was brutal. But you know, it is what it is.
Thanks, Mistress K.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I don't remember that set.
You really don't remember it?
I don't.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible.
I vaguely remember being on stage.
It could have been better.
I remember the spankings. How could you
Yeah.
not? That was interesting.
We've all been spanked.
Yeah, just not usually publicly on a stage in front of most of my friends.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
But it was 30 of them.
The dirty 30.
Yeah.
Just stuck a knuckle up there. Made it exciting.
I didn't take any poppers.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably the last time I've been hungover was that night.
I'll be
So-
hungover after this, I guarantee.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
For sure.
Is it because it's an IPA? Or
IPA, I just I just don't have a good tolerance. I might go to
Maybe-
the sauna after this.
Maybe because it's so early in the day, you'll be fine. You'll be hungover by the
It
time
is.
we
What-
get on the mic tonight.
It's true.
It's like 1:30.
That's awesome.
Day drinking
Day drinking.
the
West
IPAs.
Coast. Left Coast. Fuck.
What'd you call it?
West Coast.
West Coast. West Coast.
What's that?
I mean,
You
it's
know
not wrong.
who I have been listening to a lot lately is Biggie. East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biggie Smalls.
Do you know who he was?
Huh?
Biggie?
Yeah, of course. No, I've been a hermit for the last 30 years of my life.
No, I mean if you had to look at a picture of him and guess what he was, what would you guess?
What do you mean what he was?
Like if you didn't know what Biggie was, that he was a rapper.
If I didn't know he was a rapper?
Yeah, tread very lightly.
What?
I don't
I'm all nervous now. No, I don't know. I think he'd like own like a bomb taco truck or something.
know.
I don't know. What do you set me up to do right now?
I'm setting you up for something racial. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely racial.
I don't think I hit the nail on the head with the taco truck.
The food is good. A good guess
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he looks like he's a bomb cook.
because he's fat.
That and yeah, no.
Biggie was fat. He's a big boy.
Well, yeah, that's why he called himself Biggie.
Yeah, it was all a dream to be skinny in a magazine.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
his second album.
Keep it going, dude. That would be a funny segment to just get, just some white boy just to read Biggie lyrics like deadpanned.
What if we make in the bits to script? What if we make Jesus Biggie?
If Jesus was Biggie,
Yeah, he rolls into Jerusalem on a donkey.
dude. If Jesus was
With
Biggie,
all his disciples, he's got D Piddy or P Diddy.
D Piddy. If Jesus was Biggie, that horse carriage would not pick him up.
You don't think so?
No, absolutely not.
They probably weren't used to.
The weight.
Leave it in.
Oh God.
Um,
So you don't look like a Jesus. He's reading the license plate. This isn't my Uber. All right.
What-
Moving on.
that was your stand-up voice right there.
Yep.
Do it one more time.
What did I do?
You're like, you know how to do it.
Yeah, I was just like, that wasn't his license plate or something
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
That was my stand-up voice, my big boy voice.
Should we do some impressions to finish this off?
Oh dear. Sure.
You gotta have one good impression.
I don't think I do.
Not even one.
No. All of my impressions are just my stand-up voice.
Mm.
I just go like slightly higher pitched and a little
Yeah,
sarcastic.
but you have to like put your heart and your soul into trying an impression, even if it's bad.
Oh God.
What if you pick one for me and I'll pick one for you?
Oh dear. All right, you. Give me your best Bill Burr impression.
Okay. I gotta think of a bit from him. Oh God, this is gonna be so bad. How do you do Boston?
Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
Boston.
Boston.
It's gonna sound terrible,
Walker.
but I'm gonna go for it.
Do it.
I'm gonna earnestly go for it.
Earnestly.
Oh God, so much worse than I thought. Now this is a terrible idea.
You did this to
I
yourself.
I did do it to myself, and I'm gonna give you.
Timothy, tell him.
I'm gonna give you the yeah, please. It is a cool little microphone though.
It is. The ratio's a little off. The microphone's bigger than this.
It's huge. You wouldn't be able to hold that. You'd be standing on stage like this, dude. Just
It'd be like the BBC of mics.
let me. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Boston. Have you seen it? Have you seen this? Have you seen these fucking people? Have you seen these people walking around with their masks on, acting like it's Boston?
Nailed it. Uncanny.
Yeah, you know what? When we were
Uncanny.
talking about bombing, that's
Uncanny.
what that feels like to me.
Uncanny. I thought I was hosting a podcast with Billy Burr here.
I'm so sorry, Bill Burr. If you ever see that, please don't. Just don't ever watch that.
I'd be honored.
Do you know how to do David Attenborough?
No.
Of course not.
Yeah.
What about just a British accent?
Oh.
Someone specific is hard.
Yeah. Sorry. I feel like my British always comes off like Australian.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Oh God, on the spot is so brutal.
You just have to go for it.
Yeah. You from across the pond here, mate?
What'd you say you're from Chris Pontius, mate?
From across the pond.
Oh, across the pond.
From across the pond, here, mate.
Across the pond here, mate.
Yeah, crikey.
You take the crikey is
Bloody hell.
Australian.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Bloody hell is British. Is British. It's from London.
Yeah. I don't have the wooden teeth, so it's just not coming out right.
Yeah. You got to take the tube. You take the tube to London.
Tube.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
You get off. You smoke. I can't say that word here, but you smoke an F word.
Oh, yeah.
Outside the pub.
A spliff.
Yeah. You get a pint of Guinness and go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself, mate.
That was closer to Bill Burr than your Bill Burr was.
It
Go
was.
fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. When Boston meets London. My parents are British.
Really?
I should have a better British accent, yeah. Yeah.
Do they have an accent?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Where'd you get yours from? Your friends at school?
Right here. Fucking gnarly, dude. Oh.
So you can't smoke weed anymore unless it's nighttime.
Yeah, I smoke weed before I go to bed.
Every night?
Yeah, other than that, I die. I pass away.
Pass away.
Yeah.
I think next podcast we need to take
Oh,
a fat
dude.
rip before.
Call in. Let me know how much weed I should smoke. That's a fun idea.
Yeah.
We definitely need a guest, though, because I'm just going to be stuck.
That'll be amazing. Just
You want to do that?
I think we need to do that
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna rewrite the Jesus script.
Okay.
I'm gonna write a full script.
Yeah.
And then, who
As
do you want to
Jesus-
play? Do you want to play a disciple or
I'm the Uber
you can
driver.
play whoever you want?
I'm the Uber driver.
That's a disciple. That's one of the disciples.
Yeah.
That's one of his boys.
One of the boys.
So you're gonna be the guy that he rides into Jerusalem with, and then you're just gonna stick around. I feel like.
Okay, maybe you should be that character.
Who's gonna play
I'm just
Jesus?
joking. The guest.
Okay, we'll make the guest play Jesus. God, we should get Noah. Noah would be a good Jesus.
We can do that.
Can we get him next time?
I'm sure he already said he'd be on the pod.
He's a perfect Jesus.
Noah, you heard that? You're a perfect Jesus.
He is.
He turns blueberries into muffins.
God, such a good bit.
I know.
I really do love that bit.
Me too.
Crushes.
Every time.
I can't wait for Nice Bits on Thursday. Hit it up, Rec Room, Nice Bits, Thursday nights, 7:30.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Are you going to do that tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Try and win that comedy contest.
I just want to get on the chair.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it to the finals at this point.
Chair. I feel like that's how Billy Burr would say
Chair.
it. Get me on the chair.
What does he sound like?
He just sounds like him, dude. He's got his own, like...
What you fucking... That's getting there.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on this for the next 52 weeks, every episode.
You like that number today, huh?
Yeah, it's 1 year, 52 weeks.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you learned something.
You learned something today.
Yeah.
I'll work on my Tanner.
Oh, that's what we should have done, impressions of each other next time.
Next time.
Next time. I'm going to work on my Eddie B.
Oh, but seriously, next time I'm going to rewrite the Jesus is a party animal Easter fan fiction biblical story.
And we're going to get you stoned.
The life and
just
death
see how it
and
goes.
life of Jesus. And
I'm going to roll us a fatty.
yeah, I'll smoke some pot. I'll be really quiet and freak out.
Don't worry, we'll wait 5 minutes before coming into the studio.
Or I could eat edibles and I can learn a foreign language.
Oh, yeah, to start teaching us Spanish
Yeah.
on the show. Little Rosetta Stoned. Cool.
How do you want to sign us off?
Thanks. If you miraculously made it to the end of this episode, I applaud you. Thank you so much. This has been a great first episode of A Couple of Kooks. Too many more coming. We'll have guests in the future. Make them play Jesus. It's going to be a good time.
Should we do something like we can edit this out. Should we do something like we're a couple, like we don't have to do it at the same time, but we gotta have some kind of fist bump or like
A fist
a
bump?
high five or like
Ooh, we should have thought about this. We could do it for the next one. I mean, we're going to evolve it as we go on, but A Couple of Kooks, we'll have to come up with something. A signature handshake or something.
yeah, where we just like get up and we're just like
Let's do that. All right, ready?
What are we?
Yeah. Couple of Kooks. Thanks for watching, guys.
Well, I'm retiring. That's it.